So I'm going to BABSCon 2018. Brings back so many memories of only 3 years ago. I was just first year animation student, and a few friends invited me to a convention called BABSCon. So my parents helped me get the flight to the convention. I was so excited, but I was also terrified. I was traveling on my own. Not only was it my first flight ever, but it was the first time I was traveling to the United States on my own. I was worried I'd mess up. I still remember I was knocking at the door of one of the staffers because I was really worried I'd mess up, so I wanted to make sure everything was clear. It was kind of a weird first impression, considering 2 years after we ended up having a date together. I remember meeting Picapedi there. I didn't know much about him back then, but he was showing me some of his work and I was super impressed. And little did I know back then, only a few months later, we ended up working together on Good Morning Baltimore. It was a really eye-widening experience. When I got to meet him, Shades of Everfree, Animated James, and many more, I truly felt for the first time ever I was part of the fandom. Loved it so much, meeting all the people, all the parties, all the fun, all the celebration. I wanted more, so I returned next year. And the next year I was so honored because BABSCon asked me personally if I wanted to interview Denny Liu, the animation director of the show. So as me, just a little fan animator, I just felt like it was an honor for me. And I got to host a panel with Seth Mahoney and Kara Koshika, and it was such an honor. I'll never forget, right after the panel, I was scolded by one of the staff members because I was told I was pronouncing Kara Koshika's last name wrong. She didn't get to correct me once during the panel, so I thought I was pronouncing it right. I don't know if BABSCon wanted to punish me for that, but the next year they got my first name wrong on the badge. The next year, WeimTime wanted to do something impressive, so he managed to convince BABSCon to have duo cartoonist, and unfortunately Jordana couldn't come, but I got to meet Richard and have a panel with him. And it was really strange because he was part of the team that inspired me to become a fan animator in the first place, so it was really weird to meet my hero. It was even weirder when he started talking to me in French, and as it turns out, we were both on the same flight together back home. So I got to find out that he came from the same city as me. It was really fun. We were just eating some A&W and the layover between our two flights, just talking about animation. Felt like a unique experience. And I'll never forget the panel I had with ToucanLDM. We were talking about animation and we just had a great time. But they ended it shortly because they read the schedule wrong and they thought that we were going past the time. Or how the very first person that greeted me at the hotel when I arrived was Yaasho, who just screamed that my waifu was trash. Or how I was asked to go in front of the huge audience at BABSCon to go introduce myself, then I realized midway through that I was wearing a BronyCon t-shirt, so I felt like a huge traitor. So, in 2018 I'm gonna return, and I can't wait to see what other memories I'm gonna make with this convention. With all of you. Like my fan animation workshop, where a few friends and I will talk about the magic of fan animation and explain a bit how you too can become a fan animator. Or 2D versus 3D ponies, the revenge of the animators, which is basically a concept we made in that BronyCon 2017, where we get 2D animators on one side, 3D animators on the other. We get to discuss about the differences between both, we get to have fun, we get to poke fun at each other. Or Pony Animations, a panel with Harmony Studios and Victor Vortex, where we get to discuss about pony animations. and how to produce your own project. Or the Animators gathering that BABSCon is hosting with me, Yaasho and ToucanLDM. I really look forward to it. And for those who might miss it, I have a secondary channel where I will post the panels and many more. So you get to see a bit what is the experience of the convention too. And I'll soon have some new info on my next animation project, which I'm really excited to show you. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.